I've got good news and bad news. Here's the bad news. Most protein bars are packed with sugar and unpronounceable ingredients. The good news? There's a better option. I'm Will, and I created IQ Bar plant protein bars to empower doers like you with clean, delicious, low-sugar brain and body fuel. IQ bars are packed with 12 grams of protein, brain nutrients like magnesium and lion's mane, and zero weird stuff. And right now, you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products, plus free shipping. Try our delicious IQ Bar sampler pack with 7 plant protein bars, 4 hydration mixes, and 4 enhanced coffee sticks. Clean ingredients, amazing taste, and you'll love how you feel. Refuel smarter, hydrate harder, caffeinate larger with IQ Bar.
Go to eatiqbar.com and enter code BAR20 to get 20% off all IQ Bar products plus free shipping. Again, go to eatiqbar.com and enter code BAR20.
You're listening to Kempire here on the Kempire Radio Network. Hey everyone. Happy Tuesday. Woo! Happy Tuesday. It is a beautiful day here in New York City. Hopefully it stays this way. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Tuesday. If you missed it, we were live yesterday for our Married to Medicine recap. Be sure to check that out. You can also hear it on the Kempire podcast. So subscribe today to that. Let me know if you guys can hear me, see me, all that good stuff. We are live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook, The Kempire on Facebook. Be sure to follow me there. We're also live on Twitch and on X, aka Twitter. I have been spending the entire morning reading Brandy's new book. Brandy has a new memoir out by the name of Phases. I am just dumbfounded. I am on the brokenhearted chapter where she talks about her relationship with Wanye Morris. I am not going to get into the details of what she says in this book just yet because I feel like I'm going to have a lot more to say. But I literally, right before this, was finishing the brokenhearted chapter where she talks about her relationship. Brandy is so incredibly honest and truthful and vulnerable in this book in a way that I don't think people are used to. And I'm glad she did it. I'm already halfway through the book and I'm like, wait, but Brandy, you got so much more story to tell. I'm looking forward to seeing Brandy tomorrow in conversation at the Brooklyn Paramount. If you haven't gotten tickets and you're in the New York City area, they're not paying me to do this, but I'll be there in the building. If you see me, say hello. Let's take a picture. Let's talk about your favorite moment in the book, or if you haven't read a book yet. But by tomorrow, I'll be through with the book, but then I'll be going back through the book. Okay? Just because there's just so much more to talk about. But speaking of Brandy, yesterday she was honored in Hollywood with her first star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. She's a part of the class of 2024, but they just finally unveiled her star yesterday. Congratulations to Brandy. So many people were in the comment section saying, this is a long overdue. Why is she just getting her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? Look, it is what it is. Congratulations to her. I think she was moved by all of the love and praise. I don't know if you guys saw her speech. Matter of fact, I want to play her speech. Her speech was really good. So I want to play her speech for us because if you didn't say, I'm glad she wrote this speech because I was inspired. Issa Rae also was a part of honoring Brandy at this Hollywood Walk of Fame. What she had to say about being a young black girl, seeing someone like Brandy on television and break barriers, inspired who Issa Rae is today. Then Babyface talks about how Whitney Houston adored Brandy. She was the first person that Whitney wanted to be on the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack. So many people showed up for Brandy yesterday, including Kalani, including Jennifer Lewis, including Monica. I was so happy to see Monica there. They're just getting off a hugely successful The Boy Is Mine tour. So Monica was in the building for that. I just want to play the audio because I can't play the video for you guys because you know how that could be. Okay, hold on. Let me just play the audio for you. Shout out to our friends over at Brandy Legion and Brandyverse for capturing this moment. I got to watch it live on YouTube yesterday. I want to play her speech, a little bit of her speech that Brandy had at the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Wake up every morning in Carson.
Hold on.
I used to wake up every morning in Carson, California. Get myself dressed, make my mama some coffee, and she would take me to the bus stop so I could go to school. Back then, I was just a little girl with a big dream. But growing up in Hollywood made those dreams feel close enough to touch. Seeing the stars on the Walk of Fame lit something in me. It made me believe. It made me affirm over my own life. I'm gonna sing my way onto one of these stars. And I did. That is what makes this moment so profound for me, so full circle, so sacred. I am beyond grateful. I have always believed my mark in this industry could be something meaningful and lasting. As honored as I've been by every accolade, hold for sound.
That was probably my favorite part when she said hold for sound, because look, very much like here in New York City, sometimes when I'm live, you guys hear the sounds of a big city behind you. Look, is what it is. But this was a funny moment. Hold for sound.
No, I hope everything is okay. As honored as I've been by every accolade, every milestone, every form of recognition, I didn't want to stop at just being remembered on the Hollywood High School mural. I wanted a legacy written in stone. A star on the Walk of Fame is a definition of legacy. It doesn't just celebrate your success, it cements your story. It doesn't just honor your work, it immortalizes your light. It is a symbol that says, you didn't just arrive, you endured. You didn't just dream, you became. To me, this honor reflects the greats. It means you made it in a way that stands the test of time. Not just in popularity, not just in the moment, but in a way that leaves fingerprints on culture, on art, and on history. That humbles me deeply. I know where I started, y'all. The prayers, the sacrifices, the quiet moments nobody saw, but I was never alone. I didn't get here by myself. So to every person who saw something in me before the world did, to every hand that reached for me when I was still reaching for myself, to every room that made space for me, and even the ones that didn't, thank you. To my wonderful family, for the foundation, for the prayers, covering, and for loving me before this journey even existed. To every mentor, collaborator, creative, and believer who poured into me along the way, you are a part of this star. Because purpose may be personal, but destiny is never meant to be carried alone.
That was a word. That was a word.
This moment brings so much meaning back to my life. It reminds me that dreams are still holy, that hard work still matters, and that what God places in your heart is never without purpose. Yes, it is. I've been blessed to do what I love for a very long time, and moments like these continue to inspire me. They remind me to keep dreaming, creating, reaching, and showing up at the highest level I can. Because if the little girl from Macomb, Mississippi could come to Hollywood, look down at those stars, and dare to believe that one day her name would be among them, then anything is possible. Dreams don't have an expiration date. Faith can carry you where fear said you never go. And when your purpose is real, your light will make room for itself. So today I stand grateful, humbled, inspired, and most of all, I stand as living proof that what you speak over your life with faith, consistency, and belief can one day meet you in reality. Thank you. God bless y'all. Hey, thank you.
Wow, congratulations to Brandy. Yesterday, for those that are just joining us, yesterday Brandy Norwood was honored with her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. That was her speech that she gave in the honor. Shout out to everyone that was out there. She had tons of fans out there. As I said before, Kenneth Babyface Edmonds was there to honor her along with Issa Rae. Jennifer Lewis was in the building. Monica was in the building. All of her fans were in the building. Of course, her parents were in the building. And for those that were wondering, was Ray J in the building? He was not. He was not. He was not. It's sad, especially if you read her book. As I mentioned to you before, I'm literally in the middle of reading her book, Phases, which is now available, came out today. So if you haven't gotten a chance, it's available on Kindle, it's available on Audible, and of course, you can get the physical copy as well today, Phases. And if you're in the New York City area, she will be in conversation with Angie Martinez tomorrow at the Brooklyn Paramount. I will be in the building, so if you see me, say hello, give me a hug. All that good stuff. All right. So congratulations to Brandy. As if you've been following my trajectory in covering celebrity news. Brandy, I've interviewed 5 times at this particular point. You can listen to those interviews on Kempire Radio's YouTube channel. So I've seen Brandy's career. I've been around Brandy's energy and her humbleness, but also that it factor that so many people have seen in her over her career. And if you know anything about her career, which they talked about yesterday, then you know that this woman broke all kinds of barriers and boundaries that people take for granted today, that people that look like her are able to achieve very easily in comparison to what she was able to do. So she really set a path forward for a lot of young girls that look like her. So congratulations to Brandy. I look forward to hearing more about the book tomorrow. I've already read a lot of it, so I'm trying to finish it before tomorrow. And then I'm going to reread it because there's just some elements. Like I'm just finishing the brokenhearted chapter where she talks about Wanya Mars. I'm not going to spoil anything for you guys, but ain't no good gonna come to you, Wanya. Look, ain't no good gonna come to you. Beautifully written, this book. I love the way that it's written. So shout out to Brandy and her co-writer that helped her write this memoir. So again, Brandy's new book, Phases, now in stores. And congratulations again, Brandy, on your star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Such a big deal and such an honor. All right, where do I want to go from here? Oh, you know what? There was a cute, beautiful moment. We talk about Real Housewives of Potomac here on the channel. I wanted to talk about this image that Jazelle's daughter posted on social media yesterday or the day before. And I thought it's such a beautiful moment. Both her daughters, her twin daughters, have now become AKAs like their mom, who's an AKA. So Adore recreated this photo that we've seen of Jazelle on, she went to Hampton, right? She went to Hampton, on Hampton's campus as an AKA. She recreated this image and she posted the caption, "Legacy. I have fulfilled a lifelong dream of entering into the sisterhood of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, a dream that completes my mother's legacy. To you, Soror Mommy, I thank you for showing me the meaning of lifelong sisterhood and service. As I follow in the footsteps of the distinguished Gamma Theta women who have come before me, I am forever grateful for the ability to be a part of something greater. To my gorgeous and talented line sisters, I thank you all for pouring into me endless love, support, and sisterhood that will last a lifetime. Beauty unparalleled, grace undefined, and Alpha Kappa Alpha woman is one of a kind." Oh, look on. Oh. Not another thing of Jazelle's happening off season. I kid, I'm joking. Calm down. All right. Thank you guys so much. We're already at almost 200 likes, so I appreciate you guys being here. I wanted to talk about a bunch of different hot topics. We don't normally go live on Tuesdays unless there's something to go live about. I do not watch Summer House, but I do know what's happening on Summer House throughout the year. So I remember when Ciara was dating Wes, and I remember when that relationship broke apart. And I said, Ciara, you could do better than him. Ciara, you're a beautiful woman. You're a nurse. You're a model. Okay? You're a fave on Summer House. I know that much. And some of you said that I should get into it. I don't know. I don't know if I have that kind of time. I'm in the middle of reading a book. Okay? There's plenty of other things that I could be doing. However, you guys have been asking me my thoughts and opinions on what's been going on. Literally, an hour ago, Amanda, who is still married to Kyle, right? Because they haven't officially divorced, but they've announced their separation. Kyle, I've met a couple of times. He used to go to my gym. Kyle used to go to my gym. And I would see him at the gym, and I'd be like, that's that guy from Summer House, but I don't watch the show. So I was great. So I'm thinking to myself, he don't know who I am because I don't recap the show. I don't talk about the show. But I knew him because I remember the mullet. I'm glad you got rid of the mullet, Kyle. So, sidebar, you guys did tell me about a really beautiful and powerful moment that happened this season when it comes to the other Black talent that's on Summer House. I might just watch that episode. Stay tuned. Maybe if I have time after tomorrow, I will watch that. Sure says they're still married, yeah, but they're separated, though. They announced their separation. I saw that. So they announced their separation. Then all of a sudden, I think in the last week, there's been murmurs about some sort of situation between a love triangle between Amanda, Wes, who used to date Ciara. Okay? So I feel like I can talk about this because at this particular point, I know what's going on. But here, Maureen says Tuesday Takeover is back. Maureen came to my live show. Nice to meet you, Maureen. So I said this over the weekend, and some of you got in your feelings on X. Hey, X, this is a free country still, right? Look, this is still a free country. I just put out the speculation because I see how Bravo, I see how these entities manipulate the media to create scandals to make money. All right? Rita, thank you so much, Rita. Shout out to Rita. Rita just gifted you guys 5 Kempire memberships. So please be sure to thank Rita for your membership. Okay? Mish Free says, Wes, I'm going to add the yuck. Okay? Yuck. Here's the thing about Wes. This is what I know. Again, I don't watch the show chapter and verse, but I know some stuff, okay? Here's what I know about Wes. I remember during Wes's first season, how people on the cast were talking about how he was texting them. Oh my God, guys. He was like so thirsty about how popular the season was and how good the season was going. And they were turned off by him responding in that way. Did I get that right? Y'all will let me know. Okay, replay crew. So I remember that. But also right before that, I remember the whole craziness that happened between Ciara and Wes and how he broke her heart. And I thought to myself, he broke her heart? But all right. Fine. But Ciara and Amanda are friends, right? Are they best friends? You guys tell me. I don't know if they're best friends. But I said over the weekend, I had a thought just because of what I was watching on social media. Dainty Jessie says Wes is a clout chaser. All right. All right. Kemi says, yup. Shersa says, you got that right. Okay. See? I do my due diligence. I know what's going on. Okay. J Poo says close friends or were. I think were is probably the better. They were close friends. Oh no. Shelby said, hold on, Shelby. Shelby says, OMG, a video of Ciara crying on the streets of Chelsea just dropped. This is sick AF. I haven't seen that. However, Ciara, wipe those damn tears. Look, this is how I felt when Ciara and the whole West thing happened in the first place and he broke her heart. And I said, Ciara, you better know who you are. Don't wipe those tears and get it. But here's the thing. Okay, rewinding back. I haven't forgot what I said on X over the weekend where some people were in their feelings about what I said. I said that this is starting to feel like Bravo is trying to manipulate a new Scandival. I'm not saying it's exactly like Scandival, but it feels like they're trying to manipulate a new Scandival. We have to remember when Scandival, that made the network, never mind the stars. The stars and Ariana, they all had kind of great success and millions of views and tons of money. They made tons of money. Remember, I even bought a shirt. I bought a shirt from, what's her face? What's her name? Lala. Lauren. I bought a shirt that said, send it to Daryl. What did I do with that shirt? Did I give that away? I think I donated it. Damn. I think I just donated it to charity. I was like, I don't want this sweatshirt no more. Remember when she just sent it to Daryl? Which is her black attorney? So I said over the weekend, I feel like this feels like NBC Universal Bravo is trying to manipulate another scandal for ratings, for advertisers. Remember that even Watch What Happens Live had millions of views. They've been trying to force Watch What Happens Live down your throat, adding them to seasons of shows that you're like, I don't want to watch What Happens Live. Like, I want to get into the next episode. Remember that? So I feel like it's a scheme that Todd set up to come to us with another BS situation. Maybe. And I know some of you are saying, Ciara wouldn't be down for that. Says who? Y'all think y'all know these people? You think Ciara is not down for getting the Ariana treatment? Ciara, I don't know if they're going to give you the Ariana treatment because you know the difference. Look. Or maybe she doesn't know. Maybe she doesn't know. But you don't think that these folks, or is this a setup to promote their new spinoff in the city? Exactly. Theo says, Watch What Happens Live is lucky to get 100,000 views nowadays. But you remember, during the scandal of it all, they got millions of views. So it wouldn't shock me. Y'all gonna see it and y'all gonna be like, Kempire, are you psychic? No, I can just see through the BS. I can see through the BS. So that's what I said over the weekend. Some of you said, oh, I don't think so. This is completely different. I wasn't saying it was exactly like Scandal in regards to the scandal, but the media setup, the way that this was been rolled out. Oh, I forgot to send this to myself. Hold on, y'all. So since the reason why I'm adding them to my story today, Amanda and Wes have released a joint statement. Not a joint statement. Y'all not married. They released a joint statement. Let me just add this. I completely forgot to add this to our live today. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Nodalyn, is that how you pronounce your name? Nodalyn says, Kempire, I think this is true and not an engineered. Andy even said he didn't believe the rumors. Or is that what he was just saying? I don't know. I don't know if I believe it, but they have now come out. Amanda and Mediocre Wes have come out confirming. I don't feel like they're confirming though, y'all. It feels like they are saying a bunch of nothing, but saying a bunch of something at the same time. It's the same exact statement, but I just wanted to show you that they both posted it. Wes and Amanda, who's still married. Are y'all gonna have the same energy? Hold on. Are y'all gonna have the same energy that y'all have for other people? Other people that are still married and yet having affairs with their close friend's ex-boyfriend? All right. Oh, Nodalyn, I got it right. Thank you. So this is their statement, their joint statement. It's the exact same statement. Did Bravo PR send it to you guys to release? I don't know. Scherzer says the statement was trash. So let me read the statement, because for those that are listening to this on the podcast, you can't see that I have the statements posted up here. So both Amanda and Wes posted this statement simultaneously from each other, literally at the same time. So they were probably on, or maybe they're cuddled up together on the couch somewhere. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Maybe they cuddled up somewhere. Here's the thing. Okay, before I get into their statement, Amanda, I know you are on the rebound. Do we know what happened between Amanda and Kyle and why they decided to go their separate ways? Wait, how close are Kyle and Wes? They're on a show together. I don't automatically believe that means that they're best friends or close friends. Are they close? Can y'all give me a little quick update? Thank you so much, Carrie. Carrie says, I'm so glad you're talking about this, Kemp. I appreciate you. Look, we talked about Scandal, and I hadn't watched Vanderpump Rules in such a long time. So here we are. We're catching up. So how close are Kyle and Wes? Just so I have a picture. Stacy says that Kyle was so right about Amanda. All right. Carrie says, it's Kempire, it's a lot. Who became a DJ? Kyle? I met Kyle before. I never met Amanda before. What I will say, I met Kyle a couple times, I think. But I mean, out of the gym. But I met him at the Crappies. Lovely guy. A little drunk when I met him. But lovely guy. He was a good drunk. He was a fun drunk. Very friendly. Very friendly. So Kyle became a DJ and she said, I'm breaking up with you? All right. Boss says Kyle's trash. Him and Wes aren't close. All right. But Amanda and Sierra are close. Right? Oh, damn. Very Fire says Kyle's verbally abusive and a cheater. That's why. I don't watch the show. I'm just talking about the man that I met at the Crappies. Okay. Very nice, but he was very drunk. Okay. Focus. So, Wes and Amanda released this statement saying, we've seen the growing online speculation. So while this is still very new, we wanted to provide some clarity. It was never our intention to purposely hide anything. Given the complicated relationship dynamics involved and the scrutiny that comes with being on a reality show, we needed a little space to process things privately before speaking on it. But a lot of people have been seeing through some of the behavior, people matching up. Wait, was Amanda wearing Wes' sweatshirt? Did she wipe his mouth? Were the signs always there? I've seen all the speculation that you guys have been posting, okay? So they continue in their statement, Amanda and Wes, their joint statement. We've shown up for each other as friends over the years, through all the highs and the lows. And what's developed recently was the last thing either of us expected. Our connection grew out of a genuine, long-standing friendship. When did Wes get on the show? Has it been 3 seasons? Is this his 3rd season? They said, our connection grew out of a genuine, long-standing friendship, which made it especially important for us to approach this with care. Amanda, there are how many men in New York City? You don't have to be with your friends, man. You don't have to be with a man on this show. Okay. They continue in their joint statement. As our feelings evolved, we wanted to take time to understand what exactly we were feeling. We also recognized that this has an impact beyond just us and never wanted our actions to cause any hurt or be perceived as careless. We truly appreciate the understanding and respect as we navigate this. Here's the thing. That's their joint statement. Here's the thing. Again, there are millions of men here in New York City, Amanda. Millions. And across this country. Because you don't have to be with a man here in New York City. But before even pursuing anything, just out of respect of your friendship, couldn't you have had a conversation with Ciara? Like, Ciara, I'm starting to feel things for Wes. I haven't pursued anything, but I'm starting to feel things for Wes. Couldn't you have that conversation with her? Or did you go all in? Did you sleep with him and then say, oh, I have feelings for him? Ew, Lenora says she's nasty. She walks into public bathrooms with no shoes on. Oh, Amanda? Look, Amanda? That tracks. So for those that are just joining us, we are diving into the summer house scandal of it all. And Amanda and Wes have come out with a joint statement. Someone in here said that there's video footage of Ciara crying on the streets of New York City. And I said, Ciara, you better pull that together. Pull that together, Ciara. See, this is why she don't want me as a friend. Pull it together. Not you crying over this mediocre man. I'm just going to leave it at that. Stop. Look, stop. I don't know a lot about Ciara. I remember her on Traders. That's about it. However, based off what y'all have seen on the show, does that track? That she would be on the streets of New York crying over this man? I think so, based on what you guys have told me. Deborah says Wes is simply trash. Carrie says, I have a crush on Wes, which is how I know he's trash. I love toxic men. Carrie, I love the fact that you can own that, though. All right? Oh, Lenore says Jazelle called her out at BravoCon about the walking into the public bathroom with no shoes on. Ciara, I need you to do better, girl. Therapy. If you were crying on the streets of New York over Wes? Or maybe she's not crying over Wes. Maybe she's crying over that her friend would do this to her when there are millions of men in New York City and there are millions of men across this country that she could be jumping off with. Well, Ciara, you could take solace in knowing that this probably is not going to turn into anything. She's fresh out of a marriage. He's a rebound. Oh, Bertie said she is in therapy? Ciara? Okay. Good. Scherzer says Ciara's very emotional. Okay, now I'm jumping down to Ciara. Let me Google her astrological side. Come on, Ciara. Ciara Miller. I need to know her astrological sign. She's a Sagittarius? Or Sagittarius? Hold on. Let me see if we can find her birth chart. We talk about these things here on the channel, y'all. I don't know if she's famous enough for us to get a birth chart reading on her. Let me see. She's gorgeous, though. No, they have it wrong on this website. Oh, no, she's not a Sagittarius. She is a Capricorn. She's a Capricorn. Also, she's level-headed. They said her moon is Aquarius. Her rising is Pisces. There goes that emotion. Wow. Her Venus is also Aquarius as well. Someone get Febtero on the line. We need to pull a cord. Wait a minute. So Ciara is a Capricorn. Her moon is Aquarius. That makes sense. The more that I've seen of her personality, the more I can see these elements. This is why I say it's important for you guys to know your sun, rising, and your moon. because it's not just your sun sign. Because one Taurus is not the same as another Taurus. Like, I'm not your typical Taurus because I have a Leo moon and a Cancer rising. Mr. Melon Magic says that also, Kemp, Tamar was begging on TikTok live again. That makes me tickle. Did y'all? Okay, breaking news. Did y'all know that Tamar blocked me on TikTok too? Yeah. So Ciara is level-headed, hence why she probably does reality television. She did modeling, but she also got her nursing degree. She's smart. She's smart. She's about her money. So they said that her moon is Aquarius and her rising possibly is Pisces. If we know her rising time, like, you need to know someone's birth time in order to really figure out their rising. According to this website, there's astrid sign says that her rising is possibly Pisces at the 20-degree mark. That makes a lot of sense to me. Hence the crying on the streets. Okay. Leonora says that Tamar's back with JR. Banging Gang Man? That tracks. She's also, isn't Tamar? Tamar's a Pisces. That tracks. All right. So that's the only update I have for you guys. We're going to continue to follow this story. Amanda and Wes have confirmed that I don't know if they're in a relationship, but at least that the rumors are true that they're hooking up. And Ciara allegedly, I haven't seen the video. Maybe I can find the video. Let me see if I refresh my page that one of our
Amanda Petula had.
Oh, boom. Let me pause. Let me see if I can. Oh, pause. Mute. Let me see if there's any video footage. I don't see the video footage. All right. Oh, hold on. Wait a second. Did we just have some breaking news in regards to Portia? Oh, hold on. We'll get to this story in a second. Because Simon Gobadi is in the news again. So that's the update on Summer House, what's going on with Summer House. Amanda and Wes have confirmed the relationship. Little Miss Sunshine says, we don't claim our Kemp. Who do you guys don't claim? Tanya says, how many times have you been blocked? By who? By different people? I don't know. I don't keep count. Hey, Daphne. Daphne says, coming in late, but we'll watch the replay. Hi, Kempire. Hi. All right, so that's the update. All right, Lenora says that she needs to stop with the Vanilla Boys. Is that all? Is that all Ciara dates? Is white guys? Here's the thing. I always say it's always wrong to just limit to one. Okay? You live in New York City, Ciara. Just saying. Hey, Jasmine, I ain't seen you in forever. Jasmine says, Ciara moved to New York by herself. She has no family here. Oh, and Amanda has been one of those close friends she's leaned on besides Paige. Yeah, this is effed up for Amanda to do. Oh. Amanda, I'm in New York. Not Amanda. Ciara, I'm in New York. If you need a new bestie, you're a Capricorn, so I already know we see eye to eye. You need a new bestie? Here we go. We could go out together, but I need to be home by 10.
Lies! The lie!
Just say. April says, really disappointed in Amanda. Oh, wait, I forgot. Leonora says Austin on Southern Charm played her too. In regards to Ciara. Ciara, it might be time to try something different. Come on, try a little something different. All right. Deborah says, I think she only dates white men. Don't assume that. I think people, when you see someone date one white man, y'all automatically assume that's all someone dates. Ciara might be open. I'm going to ask her. Look, when we go hang out, I'm like, Ciara, so we out here in the bar. Who are you interested in? Look, not another white man. Come on, someone. Oh, okay. All right. Over the weekend, I've covered so many stories on the Chilli of it all. I came into the chat and I saw that the chat was already in shambles. The chat was already in shambles over the Chilli of it all. Calm down, chat. Calm down. Anyway, before we get to the Chilli of it all, apparently Tristan Thompson, who we also talked about over the weekend, who spoke at the White House and now is talking about Donald Trump. Let me just show you what he had to say. Tristan Thompson, for those that don't know who Tristan Thompson is, he was with Khloe Kardashian, has 2 babies with Khloe Kardashian, cheated on Khloe Kardashian multiple times, was caught out there cheating on Khloe Kardashian, had a baby on Khloe Kardashian with another woman, allegedly still has not met that other baby. Are you all caught up? Also, Khloe Kardashian is helping take care of his younger brother. Are we all caught up on Tristan Thompson? Okay. So Tristan Thompson had this to say about Donald Trump.
Thoughts on President Trump's crackdown on illegal aliens?
Sidebar, reminder, Tristan Thompson is from Canada. I don't believe he's gotten his citizenship either.
President Trump, what he's doing, first of all, I love what he's done so far for our country. I think he's helped our country a lot. In terms of where he stands with that, I think I'm a firm believer because I have family members and I have people that are immigrants. I believe for those that do the thing the right way and get the papers, I think...
Sir, can you just spit it out? Why are we interviewing him?
Firm believer because I have family members and I have people that are immigrants. I believe for those that do the thing the right way and get the papers, I think they should be taken care of first and foremost. I think that's the right thing, right? I think that's the right way of going about it. But yes, do we have some great, brilliant minds of people that are in the process of getting their papers or in the process of their in-between stage? I totally understand. I think it should be case by case on the right people.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing with Tristan Thompson. Why are we talking to Tristan Thompson about anything political or anything going on with immigration? That alone, especially because, sir, you have no credibility at all. The other element here that we need to be talking about are the way that this immigration situation has been handled in this country, specifically under this administration. If you don't understand it, if you're not following it, if you're not following the unjust arrests that have been happening across this country by ICE, please don't talk about this. Please don't talk about this. And the only reason why I'm even highlighting Tristan Thompson and what he said is because what we have to talk about when it comes to Chilli. We will get to Chilli in a second. I want to say thank you to our sponsors for today, Bask and Lather. I am always so excited when I can collaborate with a brand, first of all, that's Black owned, but also something that I know you all can benefit from and will love. That's why today's live is brought to you by our friends over at Bask and Lather. So let me tell you a little bit about Bask and Lather and how it even all began. As I mentioned to you before, it's a Black-owned business. When a dermatologist misdiagnosed CEO Shayna's younger sister and said her hair may never grow back, the family took things into their own hands, very much like Black people always do. Today, her hair is down to her hips. Shayna and her mother researched and formulated their own scalp and hair oil to stimulate growth and retain length. And I know what you're probably thinking, Kempire, what do you know about hair? I said I'm going to find a product from this company that I can use. So for those of you, shout out to the guys that follow the channel, or maybe your husbands that are just listening earshot, they have beard remedies as well. So I've been using their beard shampoo, their beard conditioner, their beard oil, their beard magic, which is going to help fill in spots. I've been using it for 3 weeks. So if you see a transformation when it comes to my beard, it was at the hands of Bask and Lather. So there are things there for men as well. But more importantly, I know that we have a large audience of women that follow the channel. So I love when we can bring a product that's going to benefit you. Let me tell you a little bit more about Bask and Lather and some of the things that they have on their website. If you're looking for something when it comes to your hair, nourish and hydrate from the inside out with 100% natural ingredients. They have a nourishing hair balm for curly or kinky hair that helps reduce hair breakage and adds shine. When used regularly, users have seen results in about 3 months. Made with ingredients that can penetrate hair strands without clogging pores. Non-greasy formulation with no petroleum or lanolin. They also have hydrating hair mist. Keep any hair type soft and shiny and hydrated. Combines aloe vera and avocado oil to reduce frizz, treat dryness, detangle, and redefine curls. And I took a look at their before and afters, and you would be amazed. From people that have alopecia to dryness of hair to length. The length, I was like, maybe I do need to try it. They also have before and after when it comes to thinning hair and shedding of your hair. as I said before, there are multiple before and afters for men as well. These products are for both men and women. I never bring you something here where you can't benefit or get a discount. Explore viral bestsellers and products of healthier hair of all types from Bask and Lather. Go to baskandlatherco.com and use code Kempire for 20% off. That's 20% off at baskandlatherco.com, code Kempire. More details on Bask and Lather will be available in the description. Thanks to Bask and Lather for sponsoring today's live. And we're back. Shout out to Bask and Lather. Again, more information on Bask and Lather will be available in the description. If you're just joining us, happy Tuesday. A special Breaking Tuesday takeover if you missed it. I will add the timestamps later. I think I forgot to add the timestamps to Friday's live. I'll get to that, okay? I'm gonna have to have someone in the chat start keeping track of the timestamps for me because I just can't keep up. I have other things. I'm trying to get to the next story. All right. Way of Keith. Oh, okay. Way of Keith is not stuck. He's stuck at the airport. Keith says, "Hey, Kempire, not you going live when my flight gets delayed. The Lord works in mysterious ways. I hope your flight is not that delayed, that you make it to your destination safely." Shout out to those of you that have been commenting on using Bask and Lather before. Again, go check it out. Go use your discount as well. Look, with the, I can't even say your name. With the, says I use Bask and Lather regularly. Love it. I love hearing that. All right. You're right, Taco. Taco said you need an admin, Kempire. You're right. All right. So, since we were just talking about Tristan Thompson, and if you missed our video over the weekend, be sure to check it out. Speaking of the video that we did over the weekend, it came out that Chilli, Rosanda Chilli Thomas from the group TLC, apparently donated to multiple causes that were connected to Donald Trump, including Donald Trump's campaign. So I'm going to play for you what Chilli's had to say over the weekend because some new audio is resurfacing from T-Boz about her bandmate.
Hey guys, I wanted to come on here to address a few things that's circulating on the internet that's very concerning to me. Let me say this first. I have the utmost respect and admiration for Michelle Obama, and I would never say or do anything that is disrespectful to her or to...
Sidebar, for those that have not followed this story, apparently Chilli had reposted on Instagram this conspiracy theory that Michelle Obama is a man. Some of you have said, why is that even showing up on your algorithm? I don't know, because I didn't even know that was even out there.
I would never do that. And I had no clue that this repost had happened until I started getting phone calls and text messages from everybody, and I immediately went to my page to see what was going on. Now, mind you, I'm not very computer savvy, so I'm looking for this repost button, and I see that all of these buttons are very close to each other. And clearly I was scrolling, and my thumb hit the repost button. Again, I had no clue that something like this happened until I got all the calls.
In all fairness, I literally just the other day, because of this story, I said, let me go through my reposts and see what I've reposted. But I have hit the repost button by accident just scrolling. That is very possible. Very possible. But a lot of people are saying, but why is that particular content showing up on your algorithm?
But of course, I took that down, and I would never post anything like that. I would never do something like that. That is not my character. I have supported the Obamas. I gave to the campaign, both runs, voted twice for him, and supported the organization that Michelle had in the schools for exercise for the kids. I would never do anything that's harmful or hateful to anybody. I'm just not wired like that. That's just not who I am. And when it comes to organizations that I have donated to, these are the things that support the veterans. I have always supported them, not just now, but for years. This is not something new. So I just wanted to let you guys know, this from me.
I have to highlight to you guys, when she says that these organizations that she donated to, I went through this in another video. Some of you may have not seen that I did an update over the weekend in regards to those organizations. So I Google schmoogled some of those organizations that she donated to. Here's the thing. Some of them, if you just do a simple Google search, you already know what you're donating to. But one of them, multiple donations that she made, included, hold on, let me pull it back up, included, literally, it's in the name, Trump National Committee, JFC. Trump National Committee. The other one, Never Surrender, Win Red, And again, I went through this in the previous video that these organizations, here's the thing. Please understand, there is a difference between MAGA and Republican. Just keep that in mind, because there are a lot of Republicans who say, please understand, I might be Republican, but I'm not MAGA. You saw Cheryl Underwood, who has always been known as a Republican, says that she's not MAGA, but she is a Republican. I didn't look. All right. So she continues in her statement in regards to these donations.
Always supported them, not just now, but for years. This is not something new. So I just wanted to let you guys know, this from me, that I would never do anything so disrespectful, and I would just never, I'm just not about hate or anything like that. If you look on my page and see my posts, it's all about love, faith, and connection. That's what I'm all about. And I've always been that way, and I will continue to be just that way. So I just want to thank you guys for your love and your support and just taking the time to listen to me right now. I really appreciate that, and I love you guys. Thank you.
So here's the thing. So she said that, she posted that video, and then she posted a statement. In all caps, I want to be clear, I am not MAGA and do not support any of the many policies that are causing great harm to the American people. I made a mistake too many make. I did not read the fine print. I thought I was supporting causes against human trafficking, which is so interesting, especially the Epstein of it all. I find it so interesting because there are still people, even people that look like us, black people, that are still defending Donald Trump. Are you still defending just a few weeks ago when he reposted a video of former President Barack Obama and Michelle Obama as monkeys? Are you making excuses for that? And that's just one of many examples of things that we can say that this president has done that has been gross. And if any other person did it, you guys would be like, impeach. Are we still making excuses for that? Have we forgotten about that? That wasn't that long ago. Okay, Fifi, thank you, Fifi. You know what, Fifi, you come in here all the time. You come in here all the time and you tread a very thin line. But I'm just going to keep you around just for a little bit longer because I notice your commentary all the time. I don't know why you're here. If you don't appreciate the community here, why are you here? Who cares? All right, I'm gonna let you know I don't care about what you have to say. And you will forever be banned from the Kempire channel. Thank you for your services. Now go on your merry way. Okay. I don't see everything, but I also see everything. Okay? I don't see everything, but I also see, because my thing is, if I'm pointing out to you a president doing something racist and you say, who cares? That means you're racist then, Fifi. That means that you don't care that the president of the United States is racist. Goodbye. Goodbye forever. And I think you probably wanted the attention, Fifi. I think that's why you say the things that you say around here. I think you want the attention. You want a moment. So I'm going to give you the attention that your mom and dad never gave you, or maybe your friends around you or your family never gave you. There you go. There you go. Very sad. Very sad. See, that's where I drew the line. If I'm talking about the president of the United States posting a racist video about a former president, and you say, who cares? You don't need to be around here. Because here's the thing, you can share your opinion. You don't, like I've been saying, you can share your opinion and be like, no, I voted for this particular person because of blah, blah, blah. It's all about how you share your opinion here on the channel. I'm not saying that you can't share your opinion. What you're not going to do is be disrespectful or perpetuate negativity in the chat. Goodbye. So then, in regards to the Chilli of it all, but look. So Chilli issued that apology over the weekend and then that statement saying that she's not MAGA. And plenty of people pointed out, if you're not MAGA, Chilli, then why are you following all these MAGA accounts? Why are you following the Trumps if you're not MAGA and you don't support these policies? Like, still following. So people were like calling her out on BS, and they felt like her apology was only because they just announced this week. That they're going on tour, TLC, along with Salt and Pepper, and in vogue. So a lot of people are saying that she's just doing this as damage control. Shout out to our friends over The Girls Are Fighting. Old resurfaced audio of T-Boz, who is not MAGA, not Republican, also a Taurus, basically confirmed that Chilli voted for Donald Trump back in 2016. So that says to me she probably also voted for Trump in 2024 because she donated to Trump in 2024.
Yeah.
You guys are about to nominate the biggest jackass in the history of politics. Straight up, period.
You're really gonna win.
This is an all hip hop exclusive.
My group member voted for him. Here's my thing is,
This is an all
I've been
hip-hop
telling you guys,
exclusive.
Shout out to All Hip Hop because All Hip Hop were the ones that found this.
you say, member,
You're really gonna win.
This is an all hip hop exclusive.
my group member voted for him.
Did y'all hear that? That's T-Boz saying my group member voted for him. I don't know how I could be friends. I guess, look, at the end of the day, I don't know if T-Boz and Chilli are friends, but maybe because they have this shared legacy is why she continues to work with her. I just don't know if I could. And now look at this, T-Boz. She's affecting your money. And the last thing a Taurus wants is someone affecting our money.
Jackass in the history of politics. Straight up, period.
You're really gonna win.
This is an all hip hop exclusive.
My group member voted for him. Here's my thing is,
This is an all
I've been
hip-hop
telling you guys that
exclusive.
when you say,
This is an all hip hop exclusive.
my group member voted for him.
Y'all heard that? That's T-Boz saying my group member voted for him. She's not talking about Lisa Left Eye Lopez. Because Lisa passed away, unfortunately, before that. Okay?
This is an all hip hop exclusive.
My group member voted for him. Here's my thing is,
This is an all
I've been
hip-hop
telling you guys.
All right, so shout out to All Hip Hop and The Girls Are Fighting. Exactly. Flip Virgo says, keep playing with Kempire. He's still in his villain era. At least until next month. Okay? At least until next month. I don't know why y'all playing. But that particular person has been wanting the attention for a while now. They've been wanting the attention. They were one of the people that were in the chat earlier making comments. So here we are. Tamia says the interviewers were not listening. I don't know what was going on there, but that was T-Boz saying it. All right. So that information came out about Chilli. I don't know what this means for TLC being a part of the tour. So many people are saying that they're not going to support this tour. I saw that Salt was trying to, in the comment section, it wasn't in this comment section that Salt said it, or maybe she deleted it by now. She may have deleted it by now because people are dragging Salt from Salt and Pepper for her support of Chilli. I will say this, and I've said this before. I said this in the last video that I did talking about this Chilli situation. I still need people to have the same energy that they have for Chilli that they have for Kanye West, who just put out a new project that's hit #1 on the iTunes charts. Because some people, you can't cancel a genius. Oh, really? Really? Because we know Kanye's stance on Trump. He was over there with the MAGA hat on and everything like that. All right? I need y'all to have the same energy for Snoop Dogg, the same energy for Nelly. And some of you have. But okay. I've digressed. Okay. And like I said before, I only give you one example of some of the atrocious things that this administration has done. And, oh wait, shout out to our trans community. Today is the National Day of hold on, let me just make sure I get it right. It's the National Day of, where is it? Hold on, y'all. I just want to make sure I get the term right. It's honoring Trans Day of Visibility today. So shout out to our trans community friends. All right. Let me move on because I still have more stories too. Little Miss Sunshine, Snoop too? Yes, Google Schmoogle it. Google Schmoogle it. Moving on. Okay. Oh, so there was this breaking story. As I was live, I saw this story on, shout out to our friends over at the Neighborhood Talk, because they have a story about Simon Gobadia. We will get to it in a second. But I want to play the sneak peek. They have a sneak peek of K. Michelle being on the new season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. The new season of Real Housewives of Atlanta premieres this Sunday on Bravo. So they've given us the first 7 minutes. I have to stop and go because you know how Bravo is, y'all, okay? I got to do a lot of commentary over it, blah, blah, blah. Let me play it for you.
very good.
Hold on, let me just fast forward through some of this.
Don't let the juices out.
All right. So we're at Angela and Charles's home, and Angela is barbecuing.
Flame broiled.
It's not too hot. Why you really?
Don't let the juices.
If you remember last season, Angela wasn't the cook in the house. It was Charles Oakley.
That's the wrong way to do it.
Let me do this. You
See what I'm supposed to be cooking. You see how much smoke is coming out?
Go ahead. I'm going to sit by the tree.
I cook good. Yeah, I'm the best cook in the house.
They look like hockey pucks.
Why is she lying about she's the best cook in the house?
What is that?
I think he'll like it like this.
Oh, no.
Charles is the ultimate troller. He's gonna troll.
Angela looks really good at her confessional. Angela has upgraded. OMG, I have to show you a picture of what Angela is serving Charles. And mind you, like I said, Charles is the one that does most of the cooking. But you have to see this sad-looking sandwich burger that she made for Charles and then what she paired it with. Angela, if you do not get out of the kitchen right now, what is this that Angela, what? Hold on. What is this? Can y'all see this? For those that are listening to this on the podcast, it is a sad-looking plate. First of all, it's on a tray. It's not even like a plate she's giving. I think you're supposed to put a plate on this tray, Angela, and not the food, actually. There are a couple of chunks of watermelon, some tortilla chips. I think that's also a piece of pineapple. The burger don't have no lettuce, tomato. It don't even have ketchup on it. Okay? It don't even have ketchup on it. What is going? This looks so pitiful. I'm gonna keep playing the audio for you guys. This is a sneak peek of this week's episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta. I love it though. This is hilarious.
Charles and I are stronger than ever. We've been making great strides in our marriage, and we're still standing.
Here we go. That's good.
Okay, so here's the thing. I don't understand why. I noticed something along with Charles and with K. Michelle in the sneak peek. Why are we looking at the camera? Are we breaking the fourth wall now? Let me show you this picture of him showing the camera. Charles don't care. It could be Charles and K. Michelle just don't care. But I noticed that in the sneak peek. Are we just talking to the camera now? Are we not filming a reality show anymore? What is going on? Hold on. Look, you see this? He's showing the camera the burger. It looked dry as hell. Y'all see that burger? It looked dry as hell. Like my mouth, I just have to take a sip of water just looking at this burger. Exactly. Taco says it is PP, pitiful plate. OMG. This looks, Angela, how are you serving your man this? We're trying to keep the man, not lose the man.
I did good.
I made it like a restaurant.
Oh, cute. Can you go get my fan? I'm hot.
Gotta get some water, wait.
I guess I'm the waitress.
Poor thing.
Get him something
Charles, I need some water.
Amari.
What do you mean by that?
Because if you take a drink that's cloudy, that means it could have been drugs. So Charles decided to
Now she's talking about the drink could have been.
do a relationship podcast. They asked the question of, what made you get married?
I think somebody might put some in my drink that night.
But Charles was the one who actually planned to get married, who planned for us to go to Vegas. For him to say that?
Mind you, these two have been together over a decade now.
I was just like, where is this coming from?
I didn't say you drugged me, did I?
Who else?
Now he playing semantics. I didn't say you drugged me.
That means you didn't choose to marry me?
I apologize to you. I told you about it. I'm here.
I am not shutting down another rumor.
Well, something told me Charles Oakley was married.
What? Not you saying somebody told you he married. You didn't know that man was married.
I hear Portia talking about you, pal. Like, you're just so easy to And so whatever rumor you have about Charles, Angela this year does not give one. I heard he sleeps with a stocking cap on his hair. I don't care. I heard he rolls his hair up with pink rollers. Guess what? I don't care. I heard...
I'm fast forwarding it, y'all, so that we don't, so also to help against the Bravo copyright of it all.
He's sleeping with the candy lady down the street. Guess what? I don't care. All right.
She's tired of the rumors about Charles.
Me love? Yeah, me.
There you go. Give me a hug. Really?
Touch my booty.
No. You're right.
So now we have this next scene. For those that are just joining us, we're playing a little bit of the sneak peek from this week's episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta. So Portia goes over K. Michelle's home as she's at a shoot. Yeah, she's at a shoot for K. Michelle.
Look, okay, so it's for the first single of Country.
Oh, this makeup is everything. Oh, not a little Kim Country. So I have known K. Michelle through the years. Our worlds have been parallel. People always think we look alike. We have done a movie together, and of course, I've always enjoyed her career, her music.
Please welcome Miss K. Michelle. My world as pudding. I'm a mom, a singer, I'm an actress, I'm a songwriter. I have 4 #1 albums on Billboard, 5 gold records, like 2 platinum records. I've made a lot of songs that make people smile, laugh, cry, dance, everything. I'm a mood changer.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
The new area that you're stepping into, country music, you know what they think about people of our color. They don't really understand that we...
Not Portia trying to teach us in this episode about the origins of country music, and girl don't know about the Underground Railroad. Now she's going to tell us the origins of country music.
Started country music, and that we're now reclaiming our part of it.
Not to take it. When I started my music career, the record labels told me it was easier to do R&B than it was for me to do country. Every single R&B album I had, I said, is it time for my country album? And they would say, this doesn't sound black enough. I said, well, guess what? It's been years of a fight, but now I get to put out the music that's really in my heart. Beyonce did Cowboy Carter. I was so happy that she saw what I was doing and all of that.
You going to the concert tomorrow? If you come, I can still meet you there.
I don't know. Beyonce had sent me some flowers, and her card was like, I can't wait for us to meet, so I want to take her up on that offer.
You know what? You need someone to carry your purse, and I'm going to be right there with you.
Bitch, you ain't got to carry my purse. We should just go and go for it. You look amazing.
Girl, I went through so much last year. I just been taking care of me. I don't know, but my divorce is final.
Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus.
Hey, okay.
Her divorce is final, and she living in that $7 million mansion.
But it's still stuff there that lingers because they just want to keep going and going. But
are you okay?
I feel okay.
Okay.
I just feel like nothing is holding me back. So my divorce is finally final. This was a long time coming. Mine was painful, and mine was public. And some of the main things that were in the prenup that were fair and needed to happen, and I'm good with it. Do I foresee my...
And as she's saying this, just showing Portia's marital home. Mind you, Portia did not pay for this home, but it was in the prenup. So she got what... I'm never going to hate on Portia. Portia ended up scamming the scammer. She ended up scamming the scammer.
Still staying in the house, I'm paying all the bills. I would hope so.
So she's saying she's paying all the bills, so she's not going to move out of this house? If she has to move, if she moves out and she sells this house, she has to give him a portion of the sale, of the equity.
So I'm having a party.
Okay.
Well, it's a dinner party. The last time I was with all the girls, it was a little bit heated. I had done a lot in the group my damn self. So I was like, okay, we need something to bring the group back together.
Okay.
It's gonna be a date night. Everybody's bringing their spouses or their situationships.
Ooh, okay. Well, I'm married.
Mind you, as she's saying this, K. Michelle looks at the camera. I'm like, why is K. Michelle looking at us right now?
I knew you was married.
So K. Michelle reveals that she's married. Look, I follow K. Michelle from different reality shows. She's talked about dating this dentist on and off for many years. I did find it interesting that she finally decided to marry him right before this whole connection to being on Real Housewives of Atlanta, but I just put it out there.
What's the whole fiasco? What?
So she turns around, she looks at the camera again, y'all. Let me take a picture and show y'all what I'm looking at so y'all can see exactly her looking at the camera.
When did you get married?
Girl, a couple weeks ago. Girl.
Hold on, let me do this. This is live, y'all. I did not plan to take these screenshots.
When did you get married?
Girl, a couple weeks ago.
Hold on, let me show y'all. She looking right at the camera. She looking right at us. I'm like, why are you looking at the camera right now? That is not normal for reality television. Yes, we had a funny moment this past season of Real Housewives of Potomac where Wendy did it, but that was funny. Now I'm just like, this is just awkward to me. Why are you looking at the camera? Hold on, let me show it to you what I'm looking at, y'all. Why is she looking at us? This is literally in a scene with Portia, and she's looking at us.
Girl! At the courthouse in Nashville, Tennessee. His name is Caston.
What does he do?
He's a dentist.
I love that. Totally different. Congratulations. You bring your husband.
I think you'll love him. You gonna bring Dennis?
That is my family, and we're gonna keep it quiet.
She asked Portia if she's gonna bring Dennis. Okay.
We don't want him to know about situationship yet.
Okay.
I do feel like I'm ready to start dating. I do feel like I deserve to be admired. I deserve to be courted. I deserve to be treated special. I got a little friend, and why should I sit in the house and be bored?
Who all coming?
Okay, so Angela Oakley.
Okay.
And then Phaedra Parks.
Okay.
Who else over here? Kelly. She owns Nana Chicken and Waffles.
Oh, love food.
A restaurateur,
love food.
yeah. Shamia Morton.
Your best friend?
K. Michelle is messy because even the way that K. Michelle looked at Portia and said that, she knew that they weren't best friends anymore.
My ex-best friend now.
That's so sad. That's how it ends. That the first look into the premiere episode for season 17 of Real Housewives of Atlanta. That's sad. Like, they were friends for such a long time. We've already talked about our speculation. Did Shamia play the long game? So many people are reacting like, I'm surprised that Shamia is back this season. Bravo likes to give Housewives at least 2 seasons. Also, we have to keep in mind, she also represents the wealth and she's married and blah, 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 blah. So they like that. So I'm not completely surprised. Is Shamia still going to be cringe? I have a feeling that she will be. But speaking of Portia and Simon, apparently there's an article out from our friends over the neighborhood talk about Simon. So apparently they say Simon drops case about Portia, allegedly accusing him of not being able to get it up, but says that he can refile it later. So you remember that because they were having their little snarky remarks about each other when they were going through their divorce on social media. So according to TMZ, Simon Guobadia has officially dropped his lawsuit against Portia Williams, the one he filed back in 2024, over those posts about erectile dysfunction that he felt were aimed at him. Now here's where it gets interesting. A judge granted the dismissal, but made it clear that if Simon tries to bring the case back, he could end up footing Portia's legal bills. I don't think he's going to bring it back up. For context, Simon originally claimed that Portia's social media posts made it seem like she was talking about him and damaged his reputation. Portia, on the other hand, denied that completely and said that the posts weren't about him at all. Simon asked for the case to be dropped after being unable to attend trial following his deportation in late 2025. Portia agreed to the dismissal, but wanted her legal fees covered. That request denied. Wow. Okay, Portia, you can't win them all, right? You can't win them all, but damn. I think it's never going to be over between these two because she's living in that house. It's never going to be over because I think he also owes her money. No, I don't think. He still owes her money. Remember, she's also supposed to get alimony from him for 15 months. I don't think he's paid that. Woo. All right. Wave Keith, thank you so much for the super chat. Wave Keith, what time is your flight? Just asking. If you can vote for Peter Griffin privately, why not be vocal about it publicly? Chilli and Salty just risked their $25 check per show for $0. Well, so that's the update in regards to what's going on over there on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Are you guys looking forward to this week's episode? I also see that this week is the premiere of Real Housewives of Rhode Island. I saw that Bravo had a premiere situation, was it last night, here in New York City? So I will let you know if I will be watching it or recapping it. Stay tuned. Maybe during our Friday Live, I'll talk about it just so that we have something to talk about. But I'm sure, you never know, we might have plenty to talk about because if you missed it, we've been talking about the Summer House scandal between Amanda and Wes. Apparently have released this joint statement because apparently they're an item. I don't know what they are. They're hooking up. Who knows? All right. Before we move on, what else did I have to talk about? Hold on. Let me just double check. What else did I have to talk about? Oh, we still have some more Atlanta stuff to talk about. But before we do that, today's brought to you by our friends over at Row. I know you're probably tired of hearing people say, new year, new me. However, it can be a new year and a new you. Everyone is trying to get back into the gym. They're trying to do some weight loss things. You may have also heard of GLP-1s. Our friends over at Row has gotten you covered with the new GLP-1 pill. The pill is a new, more convenient and approachable way to GLP-1s if you've been thinking about it. A self-administered shot can be a bit intimidating. But now there's a pill that delivers comparable results. If you've been thinking about getting on a GLP-1, Row might be the way to do it. They have 100% online care, access to clinically proven, FDA-approved medications, free insurance checks, side effect management, dosing support, and more. Ro offers the first FDA-approved GLP-1 pill for weight loss at the lowest cost around. The new GLP-1 pill has the same weight loss ingredient as the shot and packs comparable results to the shot. It can help patients lose 14% of their body weight in a year on average. This is based on a study in non-diabetics with obesity or overweight plus a weight-related condition with diet and exercise. You may have also seen Serena Williams talk about collaborating and endorsing Ro as well. As a world-class athlete, she also wanted to drop pounds after having children. If I had needed this particular option, this is what I would use. A pill versus a shot? Why not? Go to ro.co/Kempire to see if you're eligible for the new GLP-1 pill on Ro. That's ro.co/Kempire to get started on Ro. Go to ro.co/safety for box warning and full safety information about GLP-1 medication. More details on your discount and more will be available in the description. Okay, I get it. It's not a new year, but it can still be a new you. As we've partnered with Factor many times, and this is no different. But let me paint a picture for you. Hunger strikes and you're exhausted. I know it, especially on a busy day. There's something healthy in your fridge or pantry that you should be making, but you don't have it in you. Relatable, right? For me, eating healthy isn't a willpower problem. It's a setup problem. Until I found Factor. As I have a busy schedule, sometimes there's breaking news and I do not have the time in me to cook that meal or prepare for that meal. With Factor, I'm hitting my nutrition goals this season without the planning, grocery shopping, or cooking. What I also love about Factor is that you're getting great quality meals, dietitian approved meals. Factor has meals built around your goals, whether that's weight loss, overall nutrition, more protein, or GLP-1 support. For strength and workout recovery, check out Factor's Muscle Pro collection. As I've mentioned many times before, Factor meals are crafted with functional ingredients from lean proteins, colorful veggie, whole foods, and healthy fats. Factor bans 175 plus ingredients, no artificial colors, no sweeteners, no high fructose corn syrup, and no refined seed oils. And most importantly, convenience. Ready in 2 minutes, Factor shops, preps, cooks, and delivers straight to your door so you have more time for everything you love this spring. Head to factormeals.com/Kempire50 off and use code Kempire50 off to get 50% off and free daily greens per box with new subscription only while supplies last until September 27th, 2026. See website for more details on Factor, and your discounts will be available in the description. Thanks, Factor. And we're back. I have some updates. Okay, so as we've been talking about the Summer House scandal, apparently Venita from, Southern Charm? Not me getting all caught up. Apparently she's weighing in, and I have to agree with her. Let me show you what Venita had to say. All right, I will add a update in the timestamps. So this is what Venita, shout out to our friends over at Bravo Snark side for capturing this moment. So Venita says this on her Instagram. She says, imagine making a statement, hard launching a quote connection, and not even considering apologizing to the person you hurt. But I guess that tracks. She's right. We didn't see any apology in this statement. Hold on, let me show you the statement. Hold on, let me show you the statement. See, so you look at, there was no apology to her friend, Ciara. I'd be done with her. Because if she could do this to you now, she'll do it again. Wow. Not Amanda's Rachel. Carrie says Ciara always has Venita's back. I love to see it. Both beautiful. Venita, I heard you've been going through your own drama on Southern Charm. Look, I gotta stay abreast of what's going on. Imagine making a statement, hard launching a quote connection, and not even considering apologizing to the person you hurt. But I guess that tracks. That's what Vanita from Southern Charm had to say. Exactly. Keith says there's no apology because she's not sorry. Is Ciara supposed to be on In the City as well? She's going to be on. I'm assuming that she's going off on the spinoff that they're supposed to have too. Some people are saying that Summer House is so good this season, they don't want to see the OGs leave. Okay. Wow. Honestly, when I read that what Vanita had to say, I was like, oh, you Vanita, she didn't even apologize. Vanita, me, you, and Ciara, we going out until 10. When y'all both are in New York. When you're both in New York, we're going out till 10 o'clock. Matter of fact, you know what would be better for me? Look, better for me. You're supposed to be there for a person going through a breakup and betrayal, Kempire. You shouldn't have time limits. You know what would be better for me? An early afternoon outing. An early afternoon outing with my two beautiful new friends, Vanita and Ciara. Let's do it, girls. Let's do it. OMG. Okay. So there's an update. Speaking of Real Housewives of Atlanta, going back to Real Housewives of Feet Life says not till 10 p.m. And then I'm backtracking on that. Okay. So did you guys see the update? What's going on with Kim and Croy, formerly of Real Housewives of Atlanta, and Don't Be Tardy for the Party? Okay. Exactly. Renee says 9:30, need 30 minutes to get home, right? All right. Way of Keith says Kempire gonna hook Ciara with a new man. I'm a good wingman. Okay? Ciara, I'll find you a good man. All right. Moving on. Ciara, got you, girl. Kim and Croy. So Croy is seeking sole custody of his children. He's claiming that Kim has not seen her kids in weeks. As you also know, Kim recently was in Dominican Republic filming a new reality show with Tamar Braxton and Margaret Josephs and Kenya Moore. So according to People magazine, they said that Croy Biermann is filing for sole custody of his 4 kids with Kim Zolciak, claiming that she has been wholly unavailable to, not wholly, that's what he said, wholly unavailable to their children. In court documents obtained by People, the former professional football player, who's 40, filed an order. He's 40? Oh. Filed an order for immediate change in custody to obtain sole custody of the former couple's 4 kids, Corey Jagger KJ Jr., 14, Cash Cade, 13, and twins Kaya Rose and Kane Wren, 12, as well as decision-making authority. Biermann claims that Zolciak entered their temporary mediated parenting plan in bad faith, alleging that she knew she couldn't adhere to the terms of the agreement. He claims that she almost immediately left the country for extended periods, making her wholly unavailable to parent the children in any fashion under their agreed-upon parenting plan. For those of us that have been following Kim for a long time, are we completely... Theo says, Corey's only 40? You know what? I saw a clip the other day, and I was reminded that he was far younger than Kim when they got together. I forgot about that. Wasn't he like in his 20s? All right. He also claims that Kim has not exercised her parenting time, has missed weekly therapy sessions for the kids during the parenting time she did exercise. He adds that she was out of the country from February 26th to March 29th, albeit one night, March 9th. What was she doing out of the country for that long? The reality show was not filming for a month. What? I believe this about Kim. We remember when she was raising those 2 girls. Just saying. Biermann further alleges that during one of those nights, Zolciak's parenting, one of their minor children suffered a dog bite. Zolciak denies Biermann's claims in a statement to People on Monday, March 31st. Today's March 31st, not Monday. These people will have you missing your bills. Today is the last day of the month, so if you have bills due tomorrow, say. So they said this is Kim's statement in regards to these accusations that she's not parenting properly. These accusations are completely false and nothing more than a deliberate attempt by Croy to defame my character. I spent 5 weeks away working on 2 TV shows to support my family and make sure my children are cared for, something I will never apologize for. So he's right that you were away for that long? For a month? Okay. I refuse to be bullied or have lies twisted into a narrative about who I am. I will not stay silent. The truth is on my side, and it will come to light, no matter how hard anyone tries to bury it. A rep for Bierman did not immediately respond to people's requests for comment. The former couple shares twins sons. We already went through any of that. Bierman adopted the Bravo star's eldest daughter shortly after they wed in November of 2011. All right. Here's the thing. I also noticed that Croy in his Instagram bio put that he's a DV survivor. Domestic violence survivor? Okay. What a that relationship turned toxic in 1.2 seconds. One minute it was like he was always fawning over her. They were so madly in love, and it switched. That goes to say that were they really madly in love? Was there something else going on behind the scenes, and now it's just turned into something else? Croy's got a regular job, which good for him. He's got a regular job. She's reliant on, you're never going to see Kim go get a regular job. Kim is doing all the reality shows that she can do. I don't know if that's to support her children or the allegation that Croy had against her that she has a gambling problem. She's also dating this millionaire now as well. I don't know if they're still dating. I think they are. Remember, she was pulled into their divorce because he was in the middle of a divorce. And Croy had warned the soon-to-be ex-wife that she will drain him of all his money. So the wife was like, I need her to come in right now because you're not going to be taking half of my millions. Tamia says that Croy had an NFL contract, money mismanagement. My goodness. He said he drained her. All right. Guys, keep liking the video if you haven't already. If you are a member of the channel, I did drop the call link for those that want to call in and share their thoughts. We have 1,300 of you. Let's get to 650 likes, and I'll drop the call link for the general audience as well. For those that want to weigh in on the Summer House scandal, if you want to weigh in on RHOA sneak peek, if you want to weigh in on any of the topics that we've talked about, including Chilli being MAGA. Chilli, you're MAGA. Just accept it, girl. Look, just accept it. I don't like when you come in my face and lie to me. Jay Mercedes, thank you so much for the super chat. Let me shimmy for it because you gave me $20. Thank you. Says on a teams I'm behind. I did want to say I don't think Ciara would ever be in on anything, as she had a vulnerable moment this season discussing the backlash she faced with West and letting that white man play in your face. Oh, is that okay. I've heard so many people say the same thing, and I said maybe they didn't tell her. Look, maybe they didn't tell her so they can get a real reaction out of her. Just saying. But also, here's the other side of this. I don't know if I necessarily believe the conspiracy thought that I originally had. However, we also do know, especially in friend groups, especially in these types of groups, people do this all the time. People have these messy life situations. You see it on TikTok when people have story time. These messy life situations do happen. So please understand. Would it happen in my life? Hopefully not, because I would not. I don't know. I think I might lose my mind. But yeah, Scuttle Mabob, thank you for the super chat, says, in the last episode, West was, quote, checking on Amanda after a fight with Kyle. My suspicions perked up. Can we get Ciara to share her prayer with Ciara? Oh, Ciara the singer. Well, Ciara is a beautiful, smart person. I don't think that she should, and I know there are plenty of beautiful people that have, I don't think Ciara's going to have an issue. I need to sit down and get a better understanding of who Ciara is, to analyze and help her in this situation. Oh, wait, hold on, y'all. I see a photo. Oh, damn. Who is this stranger helping her? Page 6. Oh, damn. There's more breaking news, y'all. Why is she on the ground? Ciara, you've been hanging around these people too damn much. And who's the white guy helping you? Oh, Lord have mercy. Ciara, we are going on a girls' night out. I need to have a conversation with you. What is this I'm looking at right now? Who is this man? And why are you on the ground? Why are you on the ground? Who is this man and why are you on the ground? So according to Housewives Hub on X, says page 6, Ciara Miller was shocked to find out her best friend Amanda Batula is dating her ex Wes Wilson, per photos obtained by page 6. The Summer House star sat on the sidewalks, not these nasty New York City sidewalks, Not these. The New York City sidewalks are nasty. I see rats running around. Sierra, get up. I'm sorry, y'all. Sierra, get up. Get up. They said the summer house star sat on the sidewalk, slumped against the Hermes store. Not the Hermes store, yes. Wait, was this downtown? Wait, hold on. I've been over there. Hermes store in New York City in a white dress on Tuesday. She was comforted by an unidentified, I'm going to add this part, unidentified white man who crouched down and held her by the arms. The photo was taken just 1 minute before Batula and Wilson shared a public statement confirming their relationship, an eyewitness tells TMZ. Sierra, get off the ground. Damn it. Get off the ground. You're too beautiful for this. Lord, get off the ground. April Fool's is tomorrow. Hold on. Kemi says, Kempire, please. She's having a personal moment. In the streets of New York? Ain't nothing personal in the streets of New York. Go have a breakdown inside your house and call me. And she's a Capricorn, so I'm even more shocked. Lord. Ms. Z says that Sierra has pretty girl syndrome. Can we talk about it? Yes, Perry Fire says, not the streets of Hermes. Yes. I'm assuming, is it the downtown Hermes that she had this breakdown? Do they all live like downtown? Because that's where I used to see Kyle. April Fool's is tomorrow. Lord have mercy. Oh, Lord. I'm going to unpack more of this story. I guess I'm in. I'm not going to watch the season of, well, maybe I will. But I'm in when it comes to this love triangle. It worked, Bravo. It worked. Whatever you concocted has worked. I'm now invested. All right, wait, we got callers. All right, guys, keep in mind the opinions of the callers do not represent the opinions of myself, TheKempire LLC, or our sponsors. Everything that they say is alleged. Live chat, we hit 650 likes. I'm going to drop the call link for you guys as well. Keep liking the video if you're watching the replay of this. Be sure to let us know your thoughts and opinions on all of the hot topics that we've just talked about as well. Kemi says you got to watch. Lord have mercy. We're only on 9 episodes, so maybe I can. God. All right. Let me bring up Tyler's backstage. He's been waiting patiently. Tyler, what did you want to share about everything that's been going on?
Thank you.
I can't hear you, Tyler. Tyler. Why can't we hear you, Tyler? That's a first.
Can you hear me?
Oh, now I can. Did you have your headphones on?
Yes, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. What's going on?
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. I just want to speak on a few things. As far as the Housewives of Atlanta, what I am excited about, I'm excited about K. Michelle joining the show and Pinky Cole. It seems like they have real life things going on to where it be relatable. There's more married people on the show, so I do like that. Shamia, she is cringy, but there is a real relationship there with her, Phaedra, Portia. Seems like her and Kelly have formulated a real friendship. So I'm actually excited about Atlanta. I think that a lot of us fans want Nene and all those people back, and they just simply don't fit where reality TV is going now. Not for the Housewives structure. Rhode Island, they sound like Jersey. No offense, but it's like a Jersey dupe. So I'll watch it and see what it gives, but it's giving Jersey. As far as Kim Zolciak, I think she needs to take a Benadryl because she's been allergic to bills for years. I really would like for her to get some penicillin or something to clear her allergic reaction to bills. She has no desire to touch or pay a bill, so it's just time to let it go. And that little show that you're doing over there with Kenya and the rejects from Bravo and Tamar, because no other network wants her because she's unhinged, I hope that it's good, but I don't even see, what are they going to be doing? They're going to put all the reality rejects in one house and see what happens. I'm sorry, I don't get it. So I can already see what's going to happen. Kenya and Kim are going to be into it. Tamar's going to be in there acting unhinged, and the white women are going to look at these girls. So it is what it is. Thank you, Kempire.
Thank you, Tyler. Bye. I did end up seeing a couple of the clips from Pinky Cole's. She was showing off her home. Beautiful home. Beautiful home. So, again, married, going through drama. So, Pinky might be a good addition, y'all. She might be a good addition to Housewives of Atlanta. Sorry, I had a super chat that I did not read. Erica, thank you so much for the super chat. Erica says, this is why I never trust WW, because when they're hurt, white women? I was like, wait, WW? I was like, wait, not Wendy Williams. No, you said this is why I never trust white women, because when they're hurt, going through ish, if everyone else, same thing happened with Lindsay, with Austin, they're the true pick-me. Oh, damn. Erica had a lot to say. Katia, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships to the community. We appreciate you guys. Be sure to thank Katia for your membership if you were gifted one. All right, let me bring up Noda Queen. Noda Queen, what did you want to share about all the drama that's happening?
I just wanted to share with Chilli and stuff. I'm so annoyed by that whole situation. I'm annoyed by a lot of these people that are trying to walk back their maggotry because everybody's trying to walk it back now because they don't like the mirror that's been held up. Trump appealed to whatever hateful stuff that you had going on in your heart, and everybody trying to act like they've been scammed and whatnot. No, that's how you were, that's how you are, and this is the result of what you wanted. You don't like the way it looks now, so now you're trying to hide your face. Stand in it. Stand in it. People are suffering right now. You need to suffer too. It's disgusting. And even with T-Buzz, TLC would have been disbanded by now just because I don't even know why that's even happening right now.
No.
But yeah, that's all I really had to say. Just annoyed and disgusted. That's all.
Oh, thank you, Noda Queen. There's the whole Jeffrey Epstein of it all and his close association to that. Like, that alone. But the hypocrisy of the people that justify it because of their Christianity, their religious belief. I'm like, is that Christian? Okay. Maybe it is. P-Dub says Amanda and Sierra were just on Watch What Happens Live together. Amanda is a snake. I did see pictures of them on Watch What. Wow. Okay, maybe I would break down in the middle of the street too. Sorry. Wait. So why is she breaking down in the middle of the street? Did she just find out? Was it confirmed this week? People have been speculating. Did she have a conversation? Did they pick up the cameras and film it? Ooh. All right, I'm sorry. Look, now I'm in, y'all. Kimberly's backstage. Let's bring Kimberly up next. Kimberly, what did you want to share?
Hey, I guess I'm a bit too invested.
Uh-oh, you're muted now. I don't know why I did that. Kimberly, oh. Hold on, Kimberly. Something's going on with the StreamYard. Oh, something went wrong. Hold on, let me go back in, y'all. I don't know what was going on. They coming for our... Let me come back. Hold on. Ooh, hold on. Ooh, there we go. Let me bring up Kimberly. Kimberly, I'm sorry.
Oh, wait.
I lost you, Kimberly.
It's going okay?
Can you hear me now?
Uh-oh.
Kimberly was talking and didn't realize I wasn't here. Kimberly. All right, I'm going to have to drop you out, Kimberly. Come back. We'll try it again. Something went wrong with StreamYard. It completely closed on me. All right, let me bring up Angel next. Angel, what did you want to share?
Hey, Kempire. Happy Tuesday.
You too.
I am so glad you got into this whole summer house with us because this season has been a trip. But yes, Amanda is super janky because even on last week's episode, when Kyle was drunk and disrespecting her, which is totally out of pocket, Wes was in the bathroom with her and he was consoling her and he was telling Kyle what to say and when to apologize and all that. So this is all kind of murky and I'm not here for it.
That's kind of foul, Amanda. Though. Even if you're not best friends with Kyle, that's still like your coworker, and
you still party with him. You still get drunk with him. All his messy secrets. So you're knowing how to console his wife, and you're playing upon that. And you're still trying to get with Sierra, and you're playing that card
also,
too.
That was the other element too that I haven't talked about. That he was trying to rekindle something with Sierra.
Yes, he's trying to rekindle with Sierra. He's making Jesse look like whole for wanting to get with Sierra when he's the better guy in this situation for Sierra, even though I would think Sierra and KJ would be super cute.
Who's trying to get with Sierra too?
So Jesse Solomon, he liked Sierra last season when he came in with Wes, but Wes got Sierra. And if Sierra would have got with Jesse, they would probably still be together, maybe. But Jesse's kind of an F-boy too, so Sierra just needs to date outside of this house, like straight up.
OMG. Okay.
It's a mess. But Chilli, this is so fake. It's as fake as Donahue helping her find her father back in the 90s. Whoever was there remembers. And she is totally MAGA. I'm not here to hear anything else she has to say.
Oh, my God. All right. Thanks, Angel. Carrie says that everybody wants Ciara. I want Ciara, and I'm gay. I think she's gorgeous. And now that I know she's a Capricorn, I know we get along. Ciara, me and you, girl. Go out. Gotta be home by 9:30. Kempire, you said 10. 9:30. All right. Let me bring up... Hold on. Oh, there's Kimberly. Kimberly, what's going on? Sorry about that.
Okay, let me see if it's going to work this time. Is it better?
Yes.
Okay, great. I just wanted to say I'm sorry if it's a repeat of some of it, but I'm just bummed. I agree with the last caller a lot. Part I heard. It's just that Ciara was so good and such a good friend. They got closer. I don't know if they were super besties, her and Amanda, before. They were always friends, and they were kind of part of. You would get along with Ciara because she was part of what they call the bed bugs. They tend to stay home a lot. She'll go out and party, but she come home at night and know how to relax and don't always have to be in the mess. And I guess I really relate to Ciara a little bit, at least in my mind I do, because she is more down to earth and grounded. And I like what she has to say. And I don't think she's all just caught up on white guys. I don't. I think she likes guys who are funny. Kind of that's so I can relate to that. I think Wes is funny looking for show. But anyways, maybe that was part of funny for her. I don't know. Because I don't think he's attractive at all. But anyways, move on, girl. But I think that I'm just bummed because I think that Ciara was so good to Amanda. And for her and she told her the truth about how horrible her husband was and supportive to her and helped her through some really tough times. Amanda stayed on too long. She is a little pick-me. And partly, I really do think that Amanda was jealous of Ciara because Ciara was medicated now. She got on her Prozac recently. She started opening up more. And this is how they repay you. She opens up more and it's more fun and enjoying. And she was more flirty, having a good time. She was starting to forgive that little munchkin of a man she was with for a little bit and have fun and relax. Wow. And this is what they do. So I just think, I don't know. I think it's a shame. And I really do hope that Ciara gets to get all that's coming to her. And I think Amanda was just jealous and she just can't be alone. She has to cling to some guy. How pathetic. She's been with this loser she was married for 3 years, but with him for over 10 years. Yes. Amanda was the girl who would sneak in. I didn't watch the earlier seasons, but I've been watching way too much coverage of this stuff. But I heard that she would come over, that when Kyle couldn't hook up with some girl that night at the club, he would call her and she would come over and be with him all the time. She's always been like just
I know girls like that.
Pass me along, pick me type person. I think she was just jealous of Amanda. I think she was jealous of Ciara, and she couldn't believe this beautiful Black girl was getting all the shine. So she had to go and make her way. Now that Lindsay was only part-time in the show and whatever, and she saw in Paige, who of course was a star, and she was always backseat to Paige. So now it's her kind of coming to shame and just shine. It's just sad.
Bravo to do is exactly what they did for Ariana. Put the entire Bravo PR machine behind Ciara because at least she's got talent.
She does. And she's smart and she's poised and she's doing some things. And she was, by the way, Kemp, she was out there because she has to work. See, she's Kimberly. I go to work. You got to get that check. She was working today. Don't ask me why I know all this stuff. I need something else to do today. But anyways, that's why she was out today. She was doing a job. She was trying to get paid. So
that's right.
And she didn't know they were going to release this joint statement like this. I guess the rumors were that she heard things were happening, but they weren't confirming it. Wes was lying on what's happening, whatever. And they were saying little shady things that were not, I guess not shady, but saying they were denying, not committing. So anyways, I'm done, y'all. I'm sorry.
Thanks, Kimberly.
I think it's annoying.
We appreciate
That's
you.
That's all.
Bye.
Have a good day, y'all. Bye.
You too. She gave a lot of good context. Hold on. Allie says the New York City streets are a better option than West Kempire. No, they're not. Honestly, if you've seen them if you see them at night. Ooh. But anyway, I understand. She had a breakdown. Okay, she was working, according to Kimberly. Jay Mercedes, thank you so much for the super chat. Jay Mercedes says, Kempire, please recap just the season so far of Summer House. Your tea would be amazing. It's fantastic mess with some great vulnerability from the cast. Great ensemble cast now. Shame it's over. A lot of people have been telling me that. Maybe I will. Just because maybe I will. Hold on. Oh, let me shimmy. Hold on. Unnecessary sent me $30. I don't think I've ever seen someone send $30. Thank you. Unnecessary says, the other day you were confused by Kimmy from Ladies of London's accent. Unlike Porrito, she actually spent over 25 years in London and part of her childhood in Haiti. So her accent makes sense. Love you, Cam. Let me get a shimmy. I figured that's why her accent, and I think I said that in one of my original recaps about Kimmy from Ladies of London and her accent. I said, please understand, if I spent a year in London, y'all would say the Kempire has a new accent. Because I would. I felt like when I was there for a week, I was like, I could see my accent changing if I stayed in London. And I wouldn't care what you guys have to say. I was like, I got Jamaican parents. It tracks. Okay. All right. Let me get to the rest of these calls, guys, because we're going to round this out. We have Kyle. Is it the Kyle? No, I'm playing. Kyle, what's going on?
Hey, how are you, Kempire?
Oh, how are you?
I'm doing good. I wanted to comment on K. Michelle and TLC and stuff like that.
Okay.
I wanted to just say that I think K. Michelle, there's a good move up for her life because she's doing well with her music and stuff like that. So I'm excited. I think the Nene fans are a little delusional. I don't think that Andy wants to bring her back for some reason. And of course it's because of the lawsuit, but...
And she called him a cokehead. Huh?
Yeah, exactly. So I just think that what a lot of people have to understand with Nene and Kenya is that you cannot burn your bridges with whoever's giving you the bag. Like, you could dislike everybody else, but once you go for Andy or somebody at the top, it's done. So I'm hopeful for all of Nene's fans, but I think they're a little delusional. And then I want to say towards the Chilli thing, first I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt because I saw Salt like defending her. And I agree with Salt in a way a little bit because the internet just goes after anybody and people online don't even do their own research. So I was like, let me just wait to see if the donation stuff comes out and let's see what happens. But I think it's unfortunate if she is a Trump supporter and stuff like that. I wouldn't be surprised. There's so many Black celebrities coming out and we're going to see more and more. So we got to stop being so sad and being so shocked over people having different political views because your neighbor is probably a damn Trump supporter. I just wanted to say that really quickly. I like Chilli, and I just think it's unfortunate, but she's going to do whatever damage control she has to do for this tour right now, so you already know where that's going. But that's it.
Thanks, Kyle.
All right, have a good one.
You too. Here's the thing, and this is why, and I said this in my original video covering the Chilli of it all. I said, I'm not telling you guys what to do in regards to who you listen to, where you spend your money. But I'm giving you the information because some people will be like, I didn't know that Chilli said this. I didn't know that Chilli did that. I didn't know. Some of you said, I didn't know Snoop supported this administration. I didn't know. Some of you don't know. So I'm just giving you the information. I'm not going to tell you what you do with your dollars. I know what I'm going to do with mine. At the end of the day, I'm not going to, I understand when you go into that voting booth, you're going to vote for who you want to vote for. I'm just bringing you the information so that you can make an informed, educated decision. I'm not going to sit here and fight with anybody about their politics because that's your politics. But are they informed? All right. Regina's backstage. We're going to bring Regina up next. Regina, what's going on?
Hey, Kemp. How are you?
Oh, well, how are you?
I'm doing well. I just want to tell you, I have watched Summer House from the beginning. And, man, Amanda, first of all, she's not going to find another man outside of that house, let alone in New York, because she is too lazy.
Oh.
And that's the one thing I will say about that Kyle says a lot. And I agree with him on. That woman is one of the laziest people I have ever seen in my life. It's amazing she can even breathe on her own.
Oh,
that's
my
that.
God.
Sorry. But then, and for poor Sierra, she keeps getting played by people. But I will say, just watching that one episode, because I sent you a message, Kempire, I don't know if you even saw it, but the episode with KJ, Sierra, and Mia having a real and honest conversation about race in front of the group. That was one of the realest moments I've seen on Bravo in a long time.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about it.
To hear her express how bad she felt when she got played by Wes and Austin as a Black female dating white men on national television, I can only imagine how bad she feels in this scenario with her friend who she really believed was her friend playing her like that. My heart goes out to her. I really do. I feel bad for her, and I hope that she recovers well. And honestly, I hope she gets the Ariana treatment because she'll actually know what to do with it. Sorry, everybody getting strays today. I apologize. I'm having a moment. I don't know. All I can say is I'm a Gemini, so maybe that's got something to do with it. You probably know better than I would.
Regina, thank you so much for calling in. I agree, because anyway, Shout out to Sierra. DJ's backstage. We're going to bring DJ up next. DJ, what did you want to share about any of these hot topics?
Hey, what's up, Kempire? Can you hear me well?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. What I'm so shocked about is I actually was going into the Real Housewives of Atlanta thinking I'm not going to K Michelle. But even from that little clip, I was like, oh, she might be good. She's got the career and everything going, but I can't stand Pinky Cole. Bye. She's lame. And I don't care what anybody says. For her to sit up there and act like a bankruptcy is cool and making all these videos and got people cheering it on. And they're like, oh, it's business. People do it all the time. That's not something that we should be promoting, especially in our community. Absolutely not. Oh, white people do it. A white person jump off a bridge, you go and do it too? Come on. With this Summer House thing, I don't keep up with that show. But from what I'm gathering, the girl was messing with a white person. And that's where she gets. That's exactly where she gets. And I don't want to hear anything about Summer's House until they do right by us and bring back Summer's House Martha's Vineyard. We need that. Thank you, Bravo. Thank you also, Kempire, for your time.
Thanks, DJ. All right. We haven't even seen Pinky Cole on Real Housewives of Atlanta yet. She could be really funny and interesting. She might be the breakout star of the season. We know. All right. Carrie's backstage. Carrie, what did you want to share? Carrie, it says disconnected. Hold on. Let me add you back. Carrie, are you there?
Can you hear me now?
Now I can.
My sister called right when you put me on. Sorry about that.
Don't you know we got things to talk about?
Yeah, exactly. I was probably talking to her about what we were talking about. She doesn't know all the lore, though. I'm so glad we got you onto Summer House because I needed to hear your opinion as soon as I saw it.
Oh.
Because of all the reasons people were talking about. It's been interesting, and the show's really grown.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm from New York, New Jersey area, too, so when it first came out, I was like, I don't want to watch this. The Hamptons has like a bad taste in my mouth. There's so many white-centered shows on Bravo already. I was like, this seems monotonous.
Yeah.
But then it started to get more interesting. There were crossovers. And then when I started watching it, Sierra's one of my favorite people on reality TV. My heart is breaking for her. But I think she's someone who has a lot to learn and is like healing in real time in front of us.
Wow.
So sometimes when these things happen, maybe it happens for a reason. I think she'll come out stronger. I don't know if she has a community beyond the show. And I think that could be the issue here.
Yeah.
She's starting to click with other people on the show that I think maybe it'll help a little bit. But I think you would find it interesting. I could be wrong, but my hypothesis is that part of why this show has grown and gotten more palatable than the other Bravo shows is maybe because of the producers and crew.
Oh.
I'm thinking they're like young people from New York getting a job in the Hamptons and that they're a little bit more progressive and open. Like they have a lot of space for conversations that you see getting other people canceled on other shows.
Oh.
So that's my hypothesis is that the crew and producers, because for example, there's this one, I'll stop after this. There's this one character, Carl. A lot of these characters have amazing character growth. I hated Carl. I hated those.
I remember. I've watched the show peripherally, like through you guys' commentary on social media.
Plus, you're from New York, so you know that type of guy.
Yeah.
That douchey sales dude who's doing coke and drinking too much and treats women like ish. Now he's sober. He lost a family member because of their substance abuse, and he opened up a bar in Brooklyn that doesn't have any alcohol. Yep. And the producers stepped in. He said one of the main reasons he got sober was because a producer said to him, "Carl, what's going on?" And he's like, I know my drinking's, they're like, we know it's not drinking, dude. Like, we know it's not drinking. And that helped him get sober and address it. And most other producers, I feel like, would capitalize and exploit on that ish. And that's what I have to say. And I hope Sierra, but listen, my heart could be broken. It's been broken before. I do think the producers will give Sierra a beyond Ariana edit. And that's my hope and prayer for her.
I hope so.
Thanks for letting me share, because it's really bothering me. And as you can tell, it's been bothering a lot of other people.
Yes, a lot of people, to the point where it's reached my desk. And I'm like, okay, I'll talk about it. Because the last time I think I did talk about the Sierra and West thing, because I was like, Sierra, girl, you're too beautiful for West. Like, what? Don't fall head over heels for this guy. But I think it was the last time I talked about Summer House. But now I'm all in.
West is a funny dude. He's the type of guy that a lot of us do fall for his shenanigans. He's also, I don't know if I should say this.
Say it. Say
He has
it.
a
Say
lot.
it.
He seems like he genuinely might hang out with black people, and like that's like part of the culture in New York is to be on the side of a bunch of black people and that gets you clout. I do believe he's a clout chaser, and I believe Amanda's a clout chaser. So maybe they're made for each other. Amanda stayed with Kyle's ass after she's cursing him out drunk on national television because he's making money with Loverboy and brought him on a TV show, in my humble opinion. So they're both probably clout chasers.
Well,
And
they
what
said
did
the
really
other
is-
caller says she's really lazy. Regina says she's really lazy, so that wouldn't shock me.
I don't see her at home enough. I could see how people think she's lazy, but I have ADHD, and I could see if I was on TV why people might think I was lazy.
Oh, no.
If I'm not on my Vyvanse, hey, listen, it's a struggle. And Amanda's talked about how she has issues with a few of those things.
Oh, okay. So I learned a lot just from this phone call.
Yeah, I'm really into it.
I appreciate it. Now I'm caught up.
I was like, put me on the mic. There were a few other people too who I was like, oh, yep, that's a great point. So I'm glad we got to talk about it. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Carrie, for calling in. I'll call your sister back.
Okay, I will after the next few callers go.
Okay, bye. Oh, you guys are funny today. Wow. Okay, let me say thank you. NYC DMP, thank you for the super chat and for being a member. It says, real ones fight, break, bleed, and heal everyone else. And the strong ones heal from those they heal. Okay. Thank you, NYC DMP, for the super chat. We appreciate your support. How do you pronounce his name? Florine, thank you so much for being a member for the super chat. We appreciate your support. Guys, you can also support just by liking today's video. We're almost at 750 likes. Don't forget, you can also hear our live recaps and special episodes. There are tons of special episodes on the Kempire podcast. You can even see some of I think you can also hear some of my old Brandy interviews on the podcast as well. If not, you can definitely hear them on the Kempire Radio YouTube channel. So if you're not following us there, you should. You should. All right, let me bring up these last couple of calls, and then I got to get out of here. We got Born to Win backstage. Born to Win, what did you want to share? Born to Win.
Okay, hi.
Hey.
I'm not even gonna lie. I just saw the call in. I just saw the call in thing, and I was like, "Oh, let me say hi to Kempire."
Hi.
But I assume that you guys are just doing some hot topics in regards to just some of the nice things that's been going on with TLC and Brandy. I am a huge Brandy fan. And I love when you post her every time. So I was so happy to see her getting her star. I think it's overdue.
Yeah.
Long overdue. I feel like she's a living legend, just like the Mariah Carey and all of that. So I am just super happy and just so proud of her that we are, as fans who've watched from Moesha, the Cinderella, all of those things, to be able to be alive to see her accomplish that is a blessing. So just want to say that, and happy Tuesday.
Did you get her new book?
Oh, I'm ordering that right now, actually. I woke up this morning. I was like, I want to make sure when it was out. I saw that the memoir was available as of today, and I did go on Amazon. I saw that. It's in my cart. Yep, getting it.
All right. Born to Win, thanks so much for calling in.
All right, have a good day, Kempire.
You too. Bye. The book, Brandy's new book, Phases, which came out today, is also available on Audible as well, so you can hear, and it's read by Brandy as well. You can get it on Kindle. You can also get the physical copy. It's also being sold in a couple of Black-owned bookstores as well. So head on over to Brandy's page. You can get more information on that. The book is out today. I am literally in the middle of it. I am on the Brokenhearted chapter. I just finished the Brokenhearted chapter, and she's talking about Wanya Morris. Ain't no good gonna come to you. Ain't no good gonna come to you. It's written beautifully. It's written beautifully. All right, let me bring up our last but definitely not least. Ellie, what did you want to share?
Hi, Kempire. Can you hear me well?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I was getting in and out of the chat because I would lose your audio or lose one of the callers' audio. Is being weird. So I haven't called in such a long time. I'm so excited. I wanted to say I love seeing Brandy up there. I was like 9 years old singing Have You Ever, If I Ever. So I loved seeing that. Incredibly disappointed by Chilli. I followed her on all social media. I enjoyed Chilli, and I definitely unfollowed 100%. And then, so 2 summers ago, I decided to binge watch all of Summer House. Had never seen it. Binge watched it from the beginning. Now, Kyle has always shown who he was from the start. He was rowdy. He was unruly. He was rude. And just like the other caller said, if he didn't get a girl from the club, guess who was going into his bed? It was Amanda. And so I remember when he cheated on her and everybody was like, Amanda, leave him. Amanda, leave him. And I thought, she can't leave him. If she leaves him, she's not going to be on this show anymore because she's boring. She brings nothing. at all. She's so boring. The most interesting thing about her is that she was with Kyle. That's just what it was. I don't know.
That's all I
I'm
knew
sure.
about her, to be honest with you. That's
Because
all
that's
I know
what she
about her.
is. Even on her birth. And the thing is, she's a Cancer like me. And I'm like, girl, don't tell anybody that. So I'm embarrassed.
But
yeah.
But it tracks in regards to what she's doing now. Oh,
It really is. It really is. And I think that's why she stayed with Kyle and then married him when everybody was telling her, don't marry that man, crying over him, married him anyway, and now is wanting to act surprised that oh my God, Kyle's still doing this. I'm going to separate from him and then go take Wes, who I think is just clout chasing. That's really what it is. That's why he left Sierra. He made her his girlfriend practically in so many words, and then saw all the fame and all the, oh my God, look at all these girls. But sidebar, his dad is a very handsome man. A very handsome man.
really?
Yes. They showed him on one of the seasons, but I haven't seen this last season because honestly, I was like, I was upset with Sierra for still forgiving him and wanting to be friends with him and being okay and then being flirty. And I was like, Sierra, you don't need to be doing that. Honestly, I didn't want to see it. So now that this has happened, it's no surprise, but it's also a surprise. It's just, ugh. Anyway, that's all I have for right now. And I'm so glad I got to call in. It's so good to see you.
Thank you so much, Ellie. I feel like I'm fully versed on what's going on now. Thank you.
Yeah, bye.
Take care. Not me scrolling through Wes's Instagram. I'm going to see his daddy. Look, let me see Wes's daddy. I don't, honestly, I probably wouldn't be able to pick him out of a lineup. Because I'm like, which white guy could it be? Oh, I see him hanging out here with a black guy. I see what you guys, he was hanging out with. Where's Wes from? Oh, I think I asked this before. He's from Missouri or something like that, guys. He got a lot of black friends. I will say this, because some of these people, you don't see no ounce of color in their friend group. And you living in New York, I find that hard to believe, but it says a lot too. I don't see, is this his daddy? Hold on, let me see. Doggone. I think that's his, we might have to disagree. Is this his daddy or his granddad? I don't know. Goodbye. He's a Leo, tracks. And I got a Leo moon, but it's not my sun sign. All right. On that note, thank you to everyone that called in. Thank you to everyone that sent in super chats. I appreciate it. P-Dub says Amanda kept that apartment dirty and Kyle couldn't stand it. What's Kyle's sun sign, y'all? Do y'all know? What's Kyle's sun sign? I need to know. I know she's a Cancer, so for me now I completely understand why she betrayed her friend. Because that's how Cancers do you. I told y'all. He's a Scorpio? That's why. That's why. They have a deep, almost soulmate connection. Scorpios and Cancers, I could see it. That's why they probably have this sort of like up and down relationship, but yeah. Okay. They're both, oh no. I heard, what's the name wait, who's a Leo? Is Kyle a Leo? Kyle definitely gives Leo. He definitely gives Leo. But Amanda's a Leo, not a Cancer? Oh. Look, that changes everything. Goodbye. All right. We have talked so much today. I appreciate you all being here. If you're watching the replay of this, be sure to like the video, be sure to share the video, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. All right. Thank you to our Kings Guards. Thank you to our channel members. Thank you to our subscribers. We appreciate you all being here. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Tuesday. And if you're at the Brandy in conversation about our book tomorrow and you see me, say hello. Let's take a picture. Let's do all the things. Okay. All right. I'll see you guys then. See ya. Bye, y'all. Bum, 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 bum. And be sure to check out the description for more details on our sponsors for today. Thanks for tuning in to Kempire here on the Kempire Radio Network. Don't forget to give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. And for more information on the podcast, head on over to KempireRadio.com.